Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of the 2016 NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who's been a Pro Bowler in 3 of his first 4 NFL seasons. From Wisconsin, it's Russell Wilson.
Coming out of college, he graded out A+ in every category you want in a quarterback except height. And that's what moved him to a 3rd-round pick. And we all found out later that was a mistake. He should have been a 1st-round guy. Now, in 2015, he showed his ability to actually lead a team to victories by being able to throw the football, not just rely on the running game.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Paul Kruger in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Paul Kruger. He's the one to get him. And that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They'll try to run with Rolls. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now Rodgers. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jaquiz Rodgers, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the former Purdue Boilermaker. It's Drew Brees.
I'm not sure anyone prepares better during the week than Drew Brees does for a game, and he's very meticulous in his preparation. Throwing the football, calling plays, in total sync with the offensive play caller, his head coach, Sean Payton. As good as I've seen in the league in history.
On 1st down, Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Ready? Ready? Opposite up.
So with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Kill.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the 8-year man out of SMU, Thomas Morstead, on to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
He hits Baldwin right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it as we just saw there.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Left side and caught by Flainer. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And quickly, they get to the line. Breeze now on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Now a handoff left to Rolls. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they're going to speed things up here. Wilson now off the bootleg. Being chased out left. Past the 20. And there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Automatic first down.
Red zone opportunity. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Finding time. It's caught left side by Cooks. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Ready. Mike by 5. Mike by 4.
Breeze now on 1st down. And there's a flag on the field. He gets it to Cooks.
Holding. Defense.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
2 kill. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check it out.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ready. You waiting? 3 down.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Breeze again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
3 down. Ready. Take 4. He's coming.
Again, it's Breeze. Looking for someone to throw to. Look at the time. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And Sweezum will get this one to go. It's good. So we've come. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And time now for the Seahawks defense to take their spots again on the field. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Ingram again. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, Defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 81 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Breeze now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To throw is Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a good game. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays. And that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Breeze now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's Thomas. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Sweezum will get this one to go. It's good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll hand to Rawls. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And you and I can talk about it up here in the booth. They're probably not saying it in the locker rooms, but they're getting to that point in the season where these wins are stacking up, and they're saying, can we do this? Can we win every game?
And they're making the Miami Dolphins of 1972 very nervous, aren't they? That team wants to continue to hold the record as the only perfect team. This team is challenging them.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on